Hey traders, happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a good one. Just taking a look at Bitcoin on the weekly right now, just so we, don't ever forget about the weekly. Don't forget about the daily. When you're looking at shorter time scales, you gotta zoom out to still get some context about what's going on, right? We haven't been on the up and up the past couple weeks. Really been, topping out some at that 11,500 area. We could never candle close above it. So important. Tweezer topped, bearishly engulfed, indecision candle, and now we have a bearish engulfing candle right now. It's still open until Sunday at I think was it 8 o'clock Eastern. So we have to wait until then to see if it gets painted and confirmed. But man, you gotta know, at least on the 4 hour and 60 minute, the higher low we painted, it looks good. Some people would try to argue it as a bear flag, but not really. It doesn't look like it to me with a higher low. We'll look at it, but just the main thing to take from this is staying above 9600 is so important on the weekly. Like, if you don't get anything out of this video, maybe you only get one thing out of it. That one thing should be, don't close Sunday below 9600. Okay, if you do, there's no real support until that 8300 area, 8500 area. Okay, that's it, man. That's the weekly. And downsloping consolidation after impulses, so nothing wrong with that either. All right, so all right, go to the daily. Daily is just showing indecision after indecision after indecision, right? You have your impulse down and you just go sideways and it's slightly upsloping, so one would argue it's potentially a bearish consolidation. But when you go to the 4 hour, there's like we've already hit pretty much a completion zone of a pattern. The bullish cipher, you ran up, hit what would be a first target, and hit the beginning of the golden zone. Then you reversed your price action at the 38% retrace. That's exactly what Fibonacci's for. All right, we found it. We Bart Simpson on the 60-minute and squared up. 2 square ups, right? And now you're kind of rallying, holding support from, just, I guess. Oh yeah, I think there's some looking left, maybe. Maybe on the daily you're holding some support looking left, but really you're just holding the top of the range you created, and now you're trying to push back up. But of course there's resistance here too, and you have to go to the 60-minute to see a lot of it. Okay, where look, right here and up here you're gonna have overhead resistance again, just like you faced it here and failed. So there will be it won't be easy to get above this, but if you do, man, yeah, you could run again to the 382, 101, 103, 105 your targets, right? So again, the thought process is, look at another chart, X, A, B, C, and then D. Be way up here at the 886, because this would be the only way you can look at this. The only valid harmonic you could have is a bearish bat pattern. So, and all it would be is what? A lower high than your previous high, than your previous high, than your previous high, right? Just lower highs. So, I think we have this on another exchange. Let me see real quick. Gemini, idea. Yeah, there it is already. So, this is the idea, where if you pivoted with a higher low, then the last wave C to D could be pretty large, but in the end it could just end up being a lower high. Okay, so holding support, held it pretty well, right? Even fell below it before rallying, and now you're back testing it, and this could be some sort of spring, right? We talked about the spring decent amount. Let me just try to get another chart up for you so we can discuss that. At the 4 hour, I think 60 minutes should be okay. Yeah, it should be fine. All right. Let's see. I've got the button, don't I? Nice. Okay, so just think about like range bound stuff, man. Where you have the critical support was created. You bounced off of it. You rallied lower high, sold off, and you really crapped around. You just couldn't. The sellers couldn't push this price down lower. It should have gone a lot lower, right? It really did. I mean, it went down to other areas of support. That's fine before rallying, and it got back into the little range before only making another lower high, selling off. But now something's changed where you're making a higher low, which is good, man. That's great news. I mean, you could probably anchor now. Are we developing some sort of upsloping support? And then, of course, you've still got this. Alright, so we're just creating a much larger fractal here. A wedge. And it's a wedge that is not valid yet, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. You don't even have 5 touches yet, but soon maybe, right? And if you were in a downtrend and you were going to create a huge rising wedge pattern, well, think about how high we could rally to touch the top again, and that's 11.2. But again, you've also got the idea of X, A, B, C, D, the 886 way up at 12.6. So it's good that you're pivoting here. It's good that you're making higher lows. You're making another higher low. So you now are showing, here's a low, here's a higher low than that, another high. So we're showing consecutive higher lows in the short term. So if we could, you know, dude, I just look, when you make higher lows like that, those are not good. Those are not really bear flags. Now, here's the thing though, right? Easily one could argue a rising wedge, right? Like here's your move down, your big move down, and now you have consolidation that is starting to develop as bearish consolidation because you made a lower low than your previous low. All right, but in the short term, the fact that you're making higher lows than your previous lows, right, just doesn't seem like this right here is a bear pole bear flag. Seems like higher low accumulation, and you could be ready to run again to the upside. All right, but just make no mistake, please don't forget the trend we're in the short term is still bearish. So lots of downside potential. All right. But we hit 2 square ups yesterday. That's why the price went down to, you know, 96.50 or whatever. And now you're rallying with a higher low. Okay, so there is upside potential on Bitcoin. I think just because the higher low on the potential flag, it really just doesn't look like too much of a bear flag to me. Because of that, you're supposed to make lower lows than your previous lows and then flag, not make a higher low and then flag. Okay. All right, and remember, like you have the larger pattern and then you have the shorter pattern within it, which I know sounds crazy, right? 886 right there. And I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But they always do seem crazy, don't they? But these XABCDs, like always, they develop all the time. They've been developing on every market, and they develop on the crypto market. There's no difference there. All right, so let's see if the C to D can let's see if we can rally now, okay, to either one, the minor target or maybe the major PCZ. These are both PCZs. The patterns are just potential until you get to either one of those. Okay, so if you enjoyed this static video, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Please leave a comment in the description below. I know that's most people stop watching by this time, I guess. So I need to start saying this cadence at the beginning of the video, but whatever. All right. I go live 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern for the most part, all the time. So check me out. Check out our Discord in the description below. Till next time, respect the TA.